Hey y'all, welcome back to the Volley. I hope you guys are doing well today. It's your girl Valerie Red. I'm back with another video. We got some mess to discuss per usual, y'all. Now, if you're new here, please join the Volley gang by subscribing because we get into some things over here, okay? And if you're returning, then welcome back, gang, okay? Everyone, please also smash that like button for me and let's get into the mess. Y'all know I've been maintaining that, Cardi B and Ice Spice were actually cool behind the scenes and that, they could have even been possibly planning music together. So y'all, it looks like Cardi B was in fact, cool with Ice Spice, or at least she liked her, right? And she definitely wasn't clowning Ice Spice when she asked her to post those photos on Twitter, okay? Contrary to popular belief, okay? Poor Cardi didn't even see these disses coming. She was completely blindsided, which is why she reacted the way she did. So guys, it appears Cardi B's friend blogger, Ken Barbie, he spilled some tea, okay? He took to his Twitter. He was actually responding to a fan who was calling him out about not being neutral as a blogger. Of course, everybody knows that's Cardi's bestie, so of course he's biased. But Ken Barbie responded to him. Let's get into what Ken Barbie had to say. So he was responding to a fan who said, "See, this is what they're talking about. You arrange specific words to ignite slander. You're not neutral." And so Ken Barbie replied and said, yeah, the thing that got me with the whole Ice Spice situation is Cardi told me how Ice Spice came up to her at the Vanity Fair party where they took that picture she posted and even kept saying how nice and sweet Ice and Riot were. Then even after the mess on Twitter during the colorism debate, they got on the phone and had a good conversation, clearing up any confusion. Even their managers got really close. Now all of a sudden she's taking shots, saying she's taking spots. I think that's tired and just shows she's using the same 6ix9ine formula, and not just with Cardi but with every female rapper, just to pander to fan bases. But one thing about it, all the girls catching up. That's why I don't think it's funny when she does the things to other girls, like spending thousands to look like them and trolling, because we know what she's doing. So yeah, I thought we'd acknowledge these sales. So y'all, I don't know if y'all were able to read between the lines, but to me from the outside looking in, it's looking like Ken Barbie is basically calling Ice Spice an opportunist. Okay, he's basically confirming what I said when I said Ice Spice is a snake. Okay, so now she done slither her way over to Cardi B, then made nice with her, being so sweet and humble. And then boom, she bit Cardi like the snake that she is. In this tweet, Ken said that even the managers were getting cool, okay? So what that tells me is there was definitely conversations about them working together, okay? The managers was getting close. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, here come Ice Spice and her team coming up with this last minute scheme to diss Cardi, hoping that the bars was going to support her album. So yeah, it's definitely giving opportunists, if I ever saw an opportunist in my life. So now I really can't wait for Cardi's album. Like, I'm waiting for Cardi's album just, so I can hear her drag Ice Spice until she's bald a bit, okay? And y'all know the word on the curb is it's coming either September 6th or October 11th, okay? But you didn't hear that from me, all right? Now, the last thing that I want to chit-chat with y'all about is the real reason why Nicki Minaj is not hosting the VMAs this year and Megan Thee Stallion apparently is, okay? I had a video where I debunked the rumor that Nicki Minaj was hosting, and I also said that I would not be surprised if Megan was going to host instead, just given the nature of how things have been going so far this year. But child, now the people are saying that the horse is indeed hosting, and that's why Nicki is not hosting, and that Nicki is not even going to appear. Child, and they're saying that Roc Nation is behind all of it, okay? Now, if you guys remember from my previous video that I did on this topic, I told you guys that Pedro was the one, who called fake news on the whole Nicki hosting the VMAs rumor. But now he's come out basically to say that Jay-Z and Beyonce were allegedly threatening to not attend the VMAs this year if Megan Thee Stallion wasn't hosting. Now let's get into what Pedro said. So Pedro tweeted, Bigfoot and Rat Nation allegedly threatened MTV last year about Nicki performing Red Ruby Da Sleaze. Now this year's VMAs will be hosted by guess who? The person who can't even sell out arenas on her first tour. The person who just made the Democratic Party look like a joke by twerking on the vice president's stage. Desiree, Roc Nation, allegedly continues to use one of your favorite singers, Beyonce, to leverage Bigfoot being propped up to seem bigger than she is. In other words, if Bigfoot can't host the VMAs, they're allegedly told that the husband and wife, the Carters, who y'all love so much, will not be in attendance. Millions of dollars spent on her and couldn't crack 65K albums in 1 week. It just so happens that this year, the VMAs will be shot in Queens. Desiree and Bigfoot allegedly were so afraid of it being about Nicki again for the third year in a row, they demanded that Bigfoot host and perform. When has a female rapper ever gotten these rewards without selling albums and putting in work? How long did it take icons like Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj to get their Video Vanguard Awards and perform medleys? Now crybaby Bigfoot and her team have allegedly threatened MTV to not allow Nicki to be a part of this year's show so that Bigfoot can get shine. Why does Bigfoot not have to wait her turn for these opportunities? Well, think for yourself. So Pedro said a lot in this tweet. Okay, not only did he call out Jay-Z, Beyonce, Desiree, and the whole Roc Nation for allegedly, trying to threaten MTV so that Megan could host and perform this year in Queens, which is Nicki Minaj's hometown, by the way, okay? They are trying to embarrass Nicki, okay? They also want Nicki to be excluded from this year's show, meaning that she won't even be showing up. Nicki won't even be in attendance, okay? Now, Pedro also said that it wasn't fair that people like Megan don't have to wait their turn or essentially earn their stripes, that they get all of these awards and accolades basically, easily and quickly without having to put in much work. And a lot of what Pedro says, I do consider to be reputable, because he is pretty close to Nicki, and also because he hasn't really been wrong, since I've been following him. And I will say, since I have been following him and following Nicki both, I will say that some of his tweets are layered with like some of Nicki's feelings, thoughts, or emotions, right? Because some of the things he says just kind of sounds, familiar. But anyway, this tweet in particular kind of reminded me of something that Nicki said on her own Twitter recently. Nicki was responding to a fan who said, so many people need to hear this, and it was an unpopular opinion. It said, stop letting social media fool you. 10 likes is still a lot. Imagine 10 people coming to you just to compliment you. And Nicki subtweeted this, and she said, no, 10 likes is not a lot. It's nothing. It means effing nothing. 10 million likes means nothing. What means something is still what meant something before effing likes. Intelligence, resilience, integrity, honesty, talent, work ethic, real love in real life, loyalty, authenticity, faith, peace, happiness, generosity, compassion, laughter, hugs, grass. But when Nicki tweeted this, it just seemed like she was going off on another spiral or another rant out of nowhere. But after seeing Pedro's tweet, I myself feel like these two tweets are connected in some way, and that Nicki is basically speaking out about how the social media likes and engagement have gotten people like Megan, and the other girls to levels of success that they truly haven't earned, okay? Which in turn has created this culture of entitlement that Nicki always talks about. Do you guys remember that video I did when Nicki was on Station Head with JT? And Nicki was talking about how people's numbers online don't really translate to real love and real sales and real life. See, that's why y'all need to subscribe and turn on the notifications, okay? So y'all don't miss when I drop the tea. But anyways, I feel like Pedro's tweet was kind of Nicki coded, okay? And people have said that Pedro is Nicki's social media manager. And I hear that they have each other's password. If you caught that, you caught it. But anyway, I will say this. Nicki has definitely perfected a way to like get messages across and communicate things without getting her hands too dirty or being too obvious, okay? Unless she wants to be obvious, okay? Unless she has to like be clear, because sometimes the barbs are not smart, okay? So a lot of times you will have to like read between the lines with Nicki, but I feel like Nicki has been very upfront. She's been very vocal when it comes to her beefs and her battles with Roc Nation. So I do feel like she has a right to kind of be lashing out about, you know, the unfairness that she continues to experience at the hands of Roc Nation. Okay, like this was going to be Nicki Minaj's 3rd consecutive year hosting the VMAs. Like that was going to be a record, okay? And so, I don't know, this tweet from me, child, you know, reading between the lines of this tweet, I wouldn't even be surprised if Megan actually won the Video Vanguard Award at this year's VMAs, okay? But that's all the mess I have for y'all today. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the notifications, child, okay? So you won't miss when I drop new videos. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll chat with you guys again in my next video.